What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4, where we are back with another seasonal event. This time with Cool Cat's road racing event, which is here. And as you can already see, we need to use a Jaguar, and we are allowed to have it up to a rating of 800, which we fully use.
Great to see you've signed up to another autumn championship. I'll try and find time in my schedule to come watch you drive.
Yes. Obviously the XKR is the best model to use, the XKR here, or the XKR SGT, which is what I am using. I tuned it to an 800 rating. The F-Type is pretty good because it has all-wheel drive. I just prefer the XKR because it looks better. Both cars are fine. The F-Type, obviously, it's the easier car to drive if you are a beginner. It also depends a little bit on which car you have, obviously. You can also convert the XKR to all-wheel drive, and then the differences kind of disappear. But all in all, you shouldn't really have too much trouble with either car, as I am going to try and show you right now. If this was a different type of race, say one with a lot of off-roading with dirt or whatever, then I would certainly suggest going for the all-wheel drive, but in this case it's a regular road racing event, and as long as you don't overdo it, the all-wheel drive isn't really necessary, and the rear-wheel drive should power you more than enough. We're now taking the inside line here. And obviously the rear-wheel drive can be more fun as well if you put a few drifts in there. The race is 25% done and we are now attacking for the lead. Where can we go past? We go inside here and that should nail it. Yeah, we can cut him off. And I want to say that's race 1 in the bag, but obviously there is a lot of race 1 remaining. This sequence is notoriously bad for the AI, so you should be able to grab a little bit of time here. As you can already see, we are quite a bit ahead. This, however, was not ideal. Would have been better to make the rear step out a bit, make the car straight and avoid the collision, but not a big deal. With the A800 rated cars, it is also not too difficult to drive, so just go along, do your thing. This was a bit of a drift. This is obviously the benefit of driving a rear-wheel drive car. You get a little more fun out of the whole thing. And an 800 rated car is very controllable, usually. The modern day cars. Yeah, that is taking drift tab a little bit liberal, but oh well. You really shouldn't have too much trouble. A lot of these corners are full throttle in this section. Despite the game showing you to, or hinting at having to slow down a little bit. Can take a lot of them full throttle. And we are nearing the finish line. Yes, full throttle as well, as you can see. We have not lifted in a while. And there's race 1 in the bag. It's a lot of Jaguars. It's a bit ironic that the winning car or the reward car isn't a Jaguar. That is a bit ironic. Alright, where are the other races? Where is another? Looks a tad bit shorter. Generally, obviously we can use a different Jaguar in the last race. Now I picked this one again, but you can switch cars. It's not like you have to drive all from the car. But yeah, we picked this car and we kind of stick with it. So. Obviously the launch is a problem. We'll just head these guys off. We have 3 laps, so it is fine. The race is a tad bit shorter, I think. But 3 laps still give us more than enough time to make something of this race. We just hope the lead car doesn't drive away while the pack is holding each other up. Let's go right in there. Didn't quite work. We'll dart in here again. Bit of a dirty move, but... well, not dirty in the sense of pushing him out of the way, that didn't work. Or that didn't happen, because we didn't do it. But dirty in the sense of going a little bit off the road and using the barriers a little bit, so whoa. That was unfortunate. I thought he was going past. Oh well, we are going past him now. We are on the outside here, which is not ideal. I'm trying to slow brake us into the corner. Kind of use the barrier to get straightened. Because we were already unstable and a full break-in would have just turned us into a drift, which I didn't want. And now we go inside. That worked a lot better. And switch. Very good. That was a clean switch on him. Outside maneuver. Oh, he's cutting us quite far out. He's basically pushing us to the right side and off the track, and we decided to have none of it. Now we are slipstreaming past him, using our power. Now we can drive a lot cleaner in here, braking a little bit early, getting the car sideways, and just having a much cleaner line in. And now we can also take these corners a lot cleaner because we don't have to drive past people. So all in all, a much easier race when you are leading. That drift took us out again. So not everything is a lot cleaner, but okay. Going up here now. And now we're going to finish this race. It was a relatively calm race. We were slowly and steadily making progress. And I think a switch to a different car for the last race could be in order. If it's possible, I actually don't know that. There's the last one. It's also a pretty short one, isn't it? So can we switch cars to VF type? Yes, we can switch cars to VF type. This is untuned, by the way. I didn't do anything to this car. A regular F type. I don't even know where I got it from. Probably a wheel spin or a reward or something. We start losing track. Now we will see the advantage of all-wheel drive. God, the F-Type is pretty as well. Obviously our advantage now is the launch here and the acceleration and traction out of the corners. It was a bit rumbly. It is, again, probably the easier car to do this with, but also the less fun one. Just simply the nature of all-wheel drive. Easier but less fun. Unless you're taking them off-road, then all-wheel drive is a lot of fun. Now we're actually going past. Oh, that was close. And now I'm aiming to go past into that corner. We actually go in early. And we get the room, which is very nice. I don't know if they just, or if the AI just had a late break-in, or if they didn't want the collision or whatnot. This is one of my favorite tracks as well. Went a little bit wide here. But yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite tracks. Go. And this car is easier to drive because it's so stable and the acceleration and launch is so good. But obviously you don't get any fun drifts or anything. So I guess if I have to make a recommendation for a car, it's actually this one. I think it's the F-Type. Or like literally just tune the X car to all-wheel drive, that works as well. I didn't remember the F-Type looking so good from behind. The front is a little not my thing, but the back, goddamn. That is one pretty car. Again, the front is not my thing, and that's why I rarely use it. But geez, the back? That is one pretty back of a car. Normally it's the other way around. Normally cars are very pretty from the front and the back is a little, well, not the thing you look at, but this is actually the other way around. You can tell by how much I'm talking about the visuals of the car that we are very comfortably ahead. I guess I should suggest this car, considering how far ahead we are and by how much we're beating them. This sequence is so much fun. Like going through between the houses when you kind of cut the corner a little bit. Whoops. We're always very close to the outside there. But a pretty clean race, I'd say. First place, woohoo! Yeah, it gives us the reward. The reward isn't particularly special, but you get event progress or seasonal progress, and that's always worth it. There are also achievements for doing all of the seasonal championships, so, you know, worth it for that as well. That's 22,000 and another 6,000 influence. So, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, farewell.